Tennessee at Houston. We talked about CJ Stroud being healthy. That boosts pretty much every option in this Texans offense to potentially start worthy.
Massively so, and I think you look at this, Nico Collins seems to be getting healthier. Noah Brown has played well at times and can be relied on enough. No questions about them. I think it'll be an uptick for Devin Singletary as well, who is the RB1 of this offense. Really, it kind of comes down, is Will Levis going to be healthy enough to play on the other side of the ball? Ryan Tannehill was kind of fine last week, but Will Levis, he brings that bit more gung-ho attitude to it, and I think that's the right way to attack the Texans. Their pass defense ranks 27th in DVOA, whereas their run defense ranks 7th, so it's not a great matchup for Derrick Henry. When the two teams met in Week 15, DeAndre Hopkins had 4.1 points. The player who I think is a bit of a sneaky upside play is Chigozie Okonkwo, who was tight end 2 last week. He had 18.3 points. The Texans, they allow the 4th most fantasy points to the tight end position. And when you look at Okonkwo, over the last 5 games, he's averaged 50.8 yards per game, compared to weeks 1 to 11 when he averaged 21.0. So it just feels like things have kind of clicked a little bit more for him in his second season now. But yeah, if you need to start Derrick Henry, I would, but that's not a play I'd be making in DFS this week.
Yeah, I've got that tough decision of Derrick Henry versus Charlie Chandler in my home league championship. And safe to say I've been going back and forth all week on it. But one person looking for some championship start-sit advice, Tom. Jack asks, pick 2 wide receivers and a flex. So James Conner, Rashee Rice, Amari Cooper, Devonta Smith, and Higgins.
For me, that's Amari Cooper, Devonta Smith, and T. Higgins.
Wait. You're not picking Rashee Rice?
No.
And we're going to big disagree here. I've got Rashee Rice as a top 6 wide receiver this week. I think it's a fantastic matchup against Cincinnati, the way their secondary's been playing. So Rashee Rice for me is an absolute must. I'd then go Devonta Smith and Amari Cooper as the other 2.
So for what I was going to say is that T. Higgins would be the one player. If you wanted to start Rashee Rice, I would sub T. Higgins out for that. I think that T's matchup, we'll get to it in a bit, is the toughest out of all 3 of those.
Before we move on to our next matchup, help us with our goal. Tom and I sat down and we said we want to hit 1,500 subscribers by the end of the season. We are so close. We are so close. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, go ahead, do so. Let's click subscribe right now. We've got so much planned for the off-season. Do it now and it will help you later.